back with another video, and my cat is gonna try to ruin it, but it doesn't matter. Got cat hair flying all over the place. So yeah, I'm here actually to share with you guys this one thing that I wanted us to participate together, basically. Well, to start at the beginning, I didn't plan this to be like a challenge or like a group thing at first, but it kind of came off as an idea to maybe try to do it like as a challenge and have people join. So as my depth year is happening, I was thinking a lot about Odi. I was thinking a lot about the decks that I already have and the relationships that I want to have with my decks. So this is not necessarily about getting to know a new deck better. It can also be a deck you have for several years already. So anybody can join. And so yeah, I just planned it at first as something that I would do for myself. And I was just thinking about how I would go about this. And just wanted to basically make like a study plan for myself. Let me just let my cat out because he's being fucking annoying. Bye. Go. Bye. Sorry. Yeah. So, as I was saying, I was trying to make this study plan for myself to get to know like certain decks from my collection that I felt that needed additional study or like a longer period of time dedicated just to this one deck. So I need structure in things, and I kind of put this whole thing together. And while talking to Joanna, she totally got hyped about it. Nonkwa on YouTube, go check her out. And she suggested, well, kind of led me into this thing where I made this to be a challenge or like a journey that we could all embark upon together. So you guys are very welcome to join me. It's called 78 Pieces of Tarot. And I'm looking down at my phone because I have everything written down in my latest blog post, which I'm leaving you a link to down below. So I don't forget to tell you anything. So, where to start? Yeah, so this is like a study that will last for around a year and a half because there's 5 decks that I want to get through. You guys don't have to do it like through all the 5 decks. You can just join on the decks that you have and you also want to study. So thinking about it being like such a long period of time, you're maybe thinking that this is gonna be very time consuming, very like another burden that you have to do, you know, like another obligation. But I really wanted it to be also a relaxing thing and a creative thing that you can do, because I know how I feel when I get home from work and I don't feel like doing anything else. So I wanted to keep it kind of simple because I can't keep anything completely simple, but you know what I'm trying to say. So yes, as I said, this will be structured in 5 bigger chunks as I'm studying 5 decks. Each deck will get 90 days of study, which will be structured like, it will have like 10 intro days, where we'll be going through some general prompts for the whole deck. And then that will be followed by 78 days of card per day study. And then you will have 2 days for reflection and analysis and stuff like that, like a wrap up. That will be followed by 14 days of a break period, which will also serve like kind of a catch-up time. So if you miss out on a day in between or something, or if your deck has more than 78 cards, which also happens in certain tarot decks, you can use that time to catch up with all the cards. So yeah, for the sake like of having some unity in all of this and having some like core thread, like and just things not being all over the place, I thought about how to go about this, because I know that people would like to study different decks. But as I said, this was primarily for myself, so I'm just going to leave it as an open thing for people to join, whoever wants to join. And we'll be studying specific decks at a specific time. So it's good for everyone participating to be studying the same deck, so we can best share our experiences and stuff like that. If someone wants to pop in, like in between, like when we're like already halfway done, it doesn't matter, you can still join, but it's totally up to that person to catch up with the previous cards that were already studied, if they want, or they can just like follow up with the cards that are still left to study. That's all fine. Yeah, so I'll try to keep like posts in the Facebook group, where we'll share everything as systematic as possible, and I'll keep the newest posts or the daily card post pinned to the top, so then you guys can then like share your stuff, your photos, your experiences, thoughts and everything in the comments on that post, so it will be more systematic and easier for anyone who just pops in to actually go back and like see everything that we've done so far, and also for any of us to like, so we can like reflect upon everything at any time. Yeah, so participation through Instagram and YouTube is also welcome. Just make sure to use the hashtag 78pieces of tarot, so we can like easier find each other posts and just share. The list of tarot decks that we will be studying is Marielle Tarot, the Thoth Tarot, Hidden Waters Tarot, Tarot of the Hidden Realms, and the Eclectic Tarot from Piatnik. So I know that like not everybody has those decks, but as I said, you can join in on the decks that you have and the decks that you wish to study. It's not necessarily going to be in that order, and that list may even change with time if somehow we come to a conclusion together that there might be another deck that would be more interesting to study. But we will definitely be starting with Marielle Tarot, that's for sure. Yeah, so, and if this thing becomes too big of a project, too much work, we won't do like 5 decks, like one immediately after the other. We might take bigger breaks than just those 14 days. So we can like just take a break, literally. But we will see how it goes. Yeah, so for studying you will need like a simple notebook and a pen, and that's it. And of course you will need your tarot deck and the guidebook for the deck. So since we're studying Marielle, this is what you need. And as I said, you need a notebook, you need a pen. That's all you need. You can go out as fancy as you want, or you can keep it as simple as you want, it doesn't matter. This is actually not the notebook that I'm gonna be using. This is my regular everyday journal. This is actually a notebook that I'm gonna be using. No, I'm not kidding. It's just like a regular plain notebook, the cheapest that I could get, but I'm gonna be like taping over the covers and adding some like scrapbook stuff inside, decorated, like basically dedicated to the Marielle deck. And we will be doing this for each deck that we are studying. So get yourself, it's best if you get yourself like a cheap notebook so you don't feel bad if you have to like glue additional pages in or tear something out. It's supposed to be something that's not so much beautiful in the end, but much more like an opportunity to express yourself and to explore your creativity that gets sparked by the deck, and through that deepen your relationship with the deck. So yes, that's that. Study prompts. I've written down all the study prompts in the blog post. Basically the first 10 days, as I said, is going to be like a general prompts for the deck. So the day one is going to be deck interview spread and a dedication page. So you just do a deck interview spread. You can use mine. I'm providing that in the blog post as well, or you can use yours. I know that a lot of people use like deck interview spreads for their decks. And then you can like add to it like a dedication page, maybe write something or paint something or like scrapbook, collage, whatever you want. Yeah, so day 2 and 3 will be prompt is to go through the deck and look at the images and then pretend that the deck is a person and then introduce the deck. So you basically just, you have fun with it. It's not supposed to be a very hardworking thing to do. Just have fun with it. Just think about it. Like, what would the deck be like if it was a person? What kind of personality would it have? Like, what kind of a clothing style would it have? Like, would it wear high heels? What gender would it be? I don't know. What's their sign? You know, like, have fun with it. And basically introduce the deck in your journal. Write about it as if you are introducing like a person. The prompt for days 4 and 5 is do some research on the author and the artist of the deck. I just felt it's important to know the perspective and the intention that's coming from the creators or the creator of the deck. So that way you respect the creator and also gain additional insight into how to maybe best work with this deck. Prompt for day 6 to 8 is the Fool's Journey, but your way. So you take out the majors and you lay them out to kind of describe your life so far. They don't have to be in order, of course, so you just lay them out however you want them to. And you can go as in depth with this as you want, or just keep it as simple as and as fun as you'd like. So do it however you feel like doing it. And I don't suggest like getting yourself lost in the guidebook, like trying to go in depth with each card and trying to connect it with some deep like events in your life. You can do that, but it's gonna probably take more than like 3 days. So just keep it simple, stick to the cards and to the feelings that they invoke in you. Prompts for day 9 and 10 are the sassy court cards. So basically you pull out the court cards and you match them up with the people that you know. That might be your friends, your family members, co-workers, I don't know, even like characters from a fantasy book or a movie or whatever. Just don't overthink it, have fun with it, and again, don't look at a guidebook, just look at the images and try to have fun with it. You can even just look by the like physical appearance, it doesn't matter. Whatever comes to you first. Yeah, so match them up, don't overthink it. Maybe just have fun with the questions of who gets along with who annoys who, what are their astrological signs, what are their power animals and things like that. Keep it fun. And then days 11 to day 88 are actually working with a card per day. So those days will have the same prompts every day, but with a different card. So we are starting with the Fool and like carrying on through the whole major arcana and the minor arcana. And we actually want to be using the same deck for the daily draws as well. So don't keep your cards in order. Just draw the card that you're studying that day out of your deck for the time of journaling, and then just put it back and shuffle it. So one prompt is to basically journal about it. Just look at the card and just write down what you see, what colors, what images are in the cards, what symbols, what patterns, what it makes you feel, what it means to you basically, and then go through the guidebook and just write down anything from the guidebook that resonates with you. That's basically it. The second prompt is creative expression. So you allow yourself a creative expression that's inspired by the card. That can be anything from writing, drawing, painting, dancing, like photography, a poem. It can be a short story about what's going on in the card, collage. Even you can even do like a card inspired makeup or an outfit or whatever, and just like put it in your journal by taking a photo of yourself and including that. You can do whatever. This is basically, it's what it is, the creative expression. So you don't have to worry about it looking good or whatever. It's not about it looking good. It's more about like, it's about expressing, not impressing. Yeah. And then there's the third prompt that is an optional prompt, which is kind of funny because this is the prompt that helped me name the whole thing, and it's called the 78 Pieces of Tarot. And what the idea behind this is basically to create a big picture at the end of your study period, using tiny pieces of cutouts from magazines or brochures or leaf pressings, or pressed like plants or stickers or whatever, but you just pick out one thing per day. So every day, I'm sorry, I just have something in my eye, of course, doesn't matter. So every day you're working with a different card, and by the inspiration of that card you pick or cut out something, an image, a symbol, or whatever that you associate with that card, that reminds you of that card. It can even be just a patch of color or a certain, I don't know, type of paint that you have at home. So basically anything that you can glue onto a piece of paper. So you take that, you put it in a box. So by the end of the study period, you have 78 pieces of tarot. So you have 78 pieces that remind you of the 78 cards in that deck. And in the last 2 days, when you get to reflect upon this whole process and analyze things, you get to also do this collage thing where you use all the pieces that you've collected through the 78 days and you just create a bigger picture, like a vision board or something. It's not about making it pretty, again, it's more about putting all the pieces together, and just maybe kind of seeing how it all comes together, you know. It can be an interesting experiment more than any experiment, yes, experiment, more than anything else. So yeah, I'm talking fast because I'm trying to not make this video too long, and it's already 20 minutes, of course. Fuck. Yes, so this is it basically. Yeah, we will start this as soon as possible. I was thinking of starting it on the full moon, which is in, it's gonna be the 19th, April 19th, I think. So ideally we would start then, but if we, like, I want to have at least 5 people participating, so it's more engaging, you get to share things, it's fun. So I think we're going to wait for at least like a minimum of 5 people. So there's already 2 of us. Joanna is kindly going to help me moderate the Facebook group that we're gonna be using. The link is in the description box. Go check it out. Go check out the blog post. You have everything written there, and you can get back to it whenever you need to check on the prompts. But yeah, I will definitely let you guys know. Yeah, basically, I'm probably gonna do that in the Facebook group. So when you guys get into the group, I'm gonna see how many of you there is, and when there's at least 5 of us, we're gonna start the study. So either the April of 19th or 1st of May. Yeah, I think that's gonna be good. Yeah, so that's that, guys. I don't want to make it any longer, so thanks for watching. Bye.